Hi there, Gemini. It's Jen here, and I am doing your 2021 overview reading. So I did some meditation and got a few messages, and then we'll jump into the cards here. So I got several just sort of unrelated messages, it feels like. So one thing is I got something about a paperweight. So I use crystals as paperweights because you had a card flip out here. Well, it's not windy in here, but if I'm outside, I use them as paperweights. Um, so things don't blow away. So a crystal paperweight, I'm not sure. So perhaps you have a paperweight of a relatives or something that maybe isn't here any longer, and so that would be a message that they feel connected to you because of that, and they appreciate that. So things don't blow away. I mean, that could literally just mean if you put up some sort of tent or whatever, and you don't usually stake them down, to make sure you stake them down. Um, so things don't blow away. I don't know. It was just a very random message. So that may be for one person. Then I got a strong tropical island or the tropics feel that maybe you usually go away and you can't this year, you didn't last year. Or it could be something. I've realized now that I can work from anywhere. I'm not necessarily tethered to any one place because I have to go into work. And maybe really just everything is out on the table. Maybe we should move to Costa Rica. Maybe can we get internet that's good enough to be able to work from and be our dream? Like, what are we waiting for? Life is too short. It's time to start living our dreams now. No more waiting for a seemingly arbitrary cutoff point or date or sign, something in life. I see you want to have more space, to be rural, and that also you may need space from someone. So maybe the quarantine didn't go so great. It's you really. I'm so sorry. You really got to see someone's true colors or how they are under pressure, and maybe it wasn't so pretty for some of you. I see you sprucing up your space, or I think plant if you could just to bring some earth in, some plants in, maybe pot some lavender or eucalyptus or thyme, like some lemon thyme that really smells nice, and you could bring that inside just to have some life and fragrance and things like that might be really nice for you. Or maybe you're getting into essential oils and things like that. But I also see a shift towards being interested in growing your own food. So even if maybe trying to a little some sort of fruit tree inside, or potting some plants inside. So even or planning for a garden for next year. So I actually grew um, my tomatoes in a pot right on my deck, which was perfect for me because it was easy to tend to. It gets the right amount of light up there. And because the other place I had my garden, just the light wasn't right. And I just walked out in the morning and picked a tomato to have with my breakfast or my salad or whenever I wanted it. And it was really cool. And so next year I plan on potting all my plants right on my deck. So you may do something like getting creative to try to figure out a way to do things like that where you are now, but making plans for the future. I also see you really get it. So you may be really into eating a certain way. For this could just be because you want to. It could be for a health reason, whatever it is. Um, excuse me. Maybe you're growing your own herbs. Maybe you're just getting really into cooking and things like that and having fresh ingredients. And it's something that's kind of really talking to you. I also see a fitness routine. So not just, um, yeah, maybe you're a walker, but I see you sort of taking it to the next level and really making a plan and maybe even training for something, or some could be a goal. I want to lose this much weight, but it could be a marathon or something. I want to be able to hike this summer. I want to hike all the peaks near me or something like that. That came up for someone else. I wish I could. Oh, let's see if I can find it quickly. I'm like, I would know because I wrote it all down. Panoramic view, so Sag. But there was someone that literally wanted to hike all the peaks. I'm not going to be able to find it fast enough. All right, well, I'm not seeing it. So we'll jump into your cards. So the cards down here are sort of overall general and maybe spiritual lessons. This is the energy you're bringing in to 2021 from 2020. All right, I can't find it. I can't remember who it was, but someone had that message. So what are you coming into 2021 with? The mood. So a little bit still processing things. You're on that Sag. So last year you had the eclipses. Um, with Sag. So like June and December, end of November, we had that lunar eclipse. But this is maybe you really got deep. You really got into some stuff. Some emotions were really brought up this year. And you spent a lot of time sort of examining and processing and feeling things. But I see you ready to emerge, ready to move forward, having processed things, and some things may have been eclipsed out of your life. But I feel like in the long run, it's all for the better, and you can see the positive in everything, and that you're feeling much more energized and positive, your outlook moving forward. The Hierophant. So it can be traditional norms. You you go to school, you go to college, you get a good job at a company with benefits, you meet someone, you get engaged, you get married, you move in together, you have a baby, whatever the societal, traditional, bureaucratic government structures that are there. Um, but also, what's your spiritual gut say? What does it tell you? It says life's too short. Why not go live in Costa Rica now? Why do I have to wait till we're retired or till I have someone or whatever? So really, kind of a hermit energy I'm getting too. Really examining. You have two majors too. You have the Moon and the Hierophant. Seeing where it makes sense for you not to follow the traditional path. There, you may deviate, and that's okay. And coming to terms with that and realizing, feeling peaceful and energized and having your soul filled with what you're doing is just as important as anything else. Wow, the Ace of Cups, a new love coming in, a new emotional beginning, I just heard a new lease on life. I also heard leash, so maybe you're getting a dog. Um, a real emotional beginning, an awakening, a new philosophy, a new way of looking at things, a new way of approaching things. You kind of you really are focusing on the main important things like health, your family, your loved ones, doing the things you say you love to do, making time for them now. Queen of Wands, yeah, boy, she'll do that. Here's a fire sign energy. She absolutely is inspired to live in the fullest way possible. And she's able to maintain. So, these things that you're starting this year that you're motivated to do, these will not be a flash in the pan because the mature wands, they can maintain their enthusiasm and excitement and passion. And I see maybe you had just been going through the motions before, and you're motivated now to, again, really live, not wait for some arbitrary date, but why not live right now, starting today? And so you wake up every day thinking, yeah, what are we going to do today? What are we going to accomplish today? How am I going to live today? How am I going to feel excited at the end of the day that I really had a good day and enjoyed it? So I don't know where I'm moving so fast for you, but we're going to this career. Yeah, melding that energy because we have the King of Wands here. What am I motivated to do? I want my job to mean something. I want to be excited about it. I want it to be creative and energetic and dynamic. It needs to be different because life is too short to have a boring job where I sit behind a desk all day. Huh, really inspired this year. The Empress, wow. Mother Earth. This is the garden, allowing things to be more organic. Maybe you're just eating organic. Some of you may go vegan. You may go all in. Growing your own things, fruitfulness. She supports, she guides, she's just a very grounding influence. She gives you the soil to grow your life. She gives you all the ingredients, but then she allows you to organically find your way. You may literally just be enjoying exploring how to grow things, what worked one year, what didn't. Just like I'm saying, okay, that garden, I realized, although we had some trees cut down since that. I wonder if that will change it. Where I had my vegetable garden was a good spot in the sense that it was this little bit of a flat landing where the swing set used to be, but it really, I'm like, it really just doesn't get enough light compared to, so I'm starting to, which I'm okay with that. I'm starting to figure things out. Okay, I won't do that anymore next year, but it's kind of fun trying to mix and match and do that. It's almost like a magician energy. Wow, the Chariot. You were making a plan. So when I said making a plan, like you were not fucking around. This is where I want to go. This is what I'm inspired to do. This is what I want to create. And this is the plan. I'm taking action and I'm going to make it happen. This is like that power couple up here. Let's move to Costa Rica. I don't know why I keep saying Costa Rica. I've never been there. And set up an Airbnb and I don't even know, just let's do this. Let's make this happen. Let's live our best life. But this isn't a reaction. This is a plan. This is the actual steps and moving forward. A new emotional beginning. You've gotten a new lease on life. Maybe there was a health scare for someone. Or someone had something happen and they're about your age and you're like, fuck, that could have been, that could be me. And I've been squandering my time. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's time. It's time to move forward. You're realizing I've saved enough. I've been patient enough. But I need to make things happen. It's time to move forward. When is enough enough? So these are the romance cards, though. So you may decide to ask someone to marry you. You may end a relationship and go with someone else. People from the outside might find your behavior a little seemingly impulsive or erratic, even through their filter. It is. It seems a little maybe careless or reckless or quite a risk. But that's coming from their fear. You've dealt with a lot of fear. I've lived with fear keeping me suppressed and keeping me down, and the worry and the ego. And I'm releasing myself from that now, moving forward. And I'm going to do what I love. I'm going to tell someone if I love them, I love them. I'm going to ask people out. I'm not going to let fear hold me back anymore. I'm not going to stay up worrying and stressing over insignificant shit and relationships that aren't going to work. There's a real determination. I'm I'm going to keep going. I'm even in spite of some worries I may have, I'm going to deal with them and I'm going to keep moving forward. You're waiting though you may have been waiting for someone and maybe you've always had a crush on someone and you guys are never available at the same time, and now you both find out you're both available, and in some ways they've always been the one and you've always been waiting for them, and now the opportunity is here. um I mean, it could be something weird, like I shouldn't say weird. Well, and I had the Three of Cups was an extra card. It could be a friend of your ex's. It could be your friend's ex, a friend of your ex's, or your friend's ex, or it may be a little close for comfort. I mean, I think that people will get over it, but at the beginning, it may be a little like, oh shit. Um, I don't know. I mean, again, that's that pull of society telling you something, but knowing in your heart that it's the right thing, that the connection is real and life is too short. I don't see you being a dick about it or being a jerk about it. Um, and if you approach it maturely and let people know, and, they may not even really give a shit. They may be like, oh, you guys always were. You may be surprised. So don't assume people won't be supportive. You're not doing anything technically wrong, right? But I do see this. So for some of you, if you have been with someone for a really long time, you may get an ultimatum this year that says, all right, are we getting married or what? I need to know where this is. And I see quite a bit of you walking away because when you really deep look at it deep down, like, okay, I haven't been progressing this forward because I guess I love them, but it's not, you'd be settling, and it doesn't mean they're a bad person, just not every two people are a match. And you really going for someone that you've had a crush on, or been interested in. Someone's waiting for you. Either you're waiting for someone's waiting for you, and it's this year. That's gonna stop because regardless of which way you're on, it's not healthy. If someone's waiting for someone and the other person knows that there's not a future there, that needs to come out. Um, and sometimes people don't want to hurt the person because they do love the person. Um, and some people don't deal with conflict well, and it's easier just to sort of, I don't know. It's time to have that out. But I see a power couple happening here. So either you're now coming together stronger than ever, or with someone new, but you are making things happen. And I see you starting your life anew together with a shared purpose. Okay, Gemini, that was yours, and I think Pisces, was it Pisces or maybe Aries, was just a little bit different reading. I don't know the energy. It's a great energy, but you're gonna have your year's gonna be unique to you guys. I don't see a lot of shared experiences with the other signs like I do sometimes. So, but that's it. Let your individuality lead you, and don't be boxed in by arbitrary rules um, that really are of no meaning, of no consequence when you really get down to it. Thanks, Gemini. Take care. Bye.